If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option, as Sori says. $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in a Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/VillageXchange. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch, indeed, and tell Charlita.
To buy our merch.
Yes, dear listener, yes, dear listener, yes, dear listener.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have come back. We have returned. The next song is Flammae.
We're not chippy. And right now, we're in 1080 on 3 platforms simultaneously. We're looking pretty good. So I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully, it's not chippy on your side and you guys are seeing decent quality in the stream. Let's go. Blaze of Sorrow is the band. Flammae is the name of the song. Flammae.
And the comments are, one of my albums, this is for middle, of course, one of my albums of the year of 2023, Viltus Frati by Blaze of Sorrow, Italian atmospheric black metal.
Yes!
The band states that... The band states that day, night, darkness, light, our notes are captured from sadness, nature, water, fire, earth, and wind.
Wait. The band states that day, night, darkness, light, our notes are captured from sadness, nature, water, fire, earth, and wind.
Okay, let's check it out.
Interesting. Okay, let's do it, boys and girls. What's the name of this song?
Oh my gosh, every time they said boys and girls when we were in church, I used to get so excited. That means a puppet show was coming. Something fun was about to happen.
Well, some metal is coming for you bitch-ass people.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Groza. No, we already did that. Blaze of Sorrow, Flammae. Let's do it.
Fuck on the
a second.
You heard it here first. Blaze of Sorrow. Flammae?
I think it means flame or fire or whatnot.
That would make sense.
Because obviously their fire plays a very big theme in this song. Okay, what were your thoughts? What was going on with you? You're like the big nature person. You're into witchcraft, all that shit.
Yeah, but what happened was when the song first started, I was like, wait, is this like a relationship song? I know what we read. We read that they were like talked about sorrow and all that stuff, and they were putting it into nature. But I was like, run away, the fire blazes behind you. Like, I just thought like he fucked up that relationship, and he was on his way out, and it's like, you remember on Mission Impossible when what's his face, that explosion happens behind Tom Cruise. Okay, so I thought it was like that, and then it was burn the flame that runs on your skin. You two descend back towards the valley. Swim in the black smoke that covers the stars. Fog, hide the reflections of your light. Venus, collect her tears. So I just thought it was like, you know, he's leaving, all this is going on, collect her tears, like, because he still does care, but...
Okay, so it's a relationship song.
Well, I mean...
Typical Sori. Typical Sori.
I'm a romantic at heart, I suppose.
I don't know how the hell you got romance out of this song, bro.
I told
like where? Like how did you
Venus,
you get
collect
there?
her stars, air born from the wind above the hills. Venus, pick up her song, dig among the mute and silent stars of the cosmos. Get off in the nothingness left by falling alone. Salts and the steep vermilion red peak. Pray once again of Jupiter the daughter. Yeah, I mean, that phrase at the end, the agnosco vetres, you know.
I think they translated agnosco veteris vestigia flammae would be wrap the cosmos in a blanket of embers.
Really?
I'm assuming
that's... Latin phrase translate to recognize the traces of the ancient flame. I don't know if it...
Vestigia would be vestige, right? Like vestments.
The traces.
Vestigia flammae.
The flames. I recognize the traces of the ancient flame. That seems like it makes more sense than following what the thing said there. Yeah, it's true. I like watching you break down words. It's very interesting to me. Okay, so we're talking about nature and how it captures feelings. That's what's happening here?
I mean, I don't know. You said it was a relationship song.
No, so that's how I was... that's how I went with it. It doesn't mean it was right.
Well, go with it.
No, like I didn't go that deep into it. I just started doing it, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute. No, this is about like, you know, and then I was
all right, well, work it out.
I don't have a workout. I already said, run away, the blaze fires behind. Okay, so let's just do what it actually is. Run away, the blaze fires behind you. Burn the flame that runs on your skin. You two descend back to the valley, swim. I don't actually know what they're talking about here. That's probably why I went with a relationship kind of theme. Because if we're talking about how, nature captures emotions. I mean, I gotta be honest with you, babe. I don't really know. It almost sounded like something bad was happening again with the way that the black smoke that covers the stars. He says,
run away, the fire blazes behind you. Burn the flame that runs on your skin. You too descend back towards the valley. Swim in the black smoke that covers the stars. Fog, hide the reflections of your light. Venus, collect her tears. Ear, born from the wind above the hills. Venus, pick up her... dig among the mute and silent stars of the cosmos. Get off into nothingness left by falling alone. Salts. It just looks like he's just describing mountains, the sun. I think the opening stanza is probably talking about sunset. Right? Like that's the idea. Run away, the fire blazes behind you. Burn the flame that runs on your skin. That sounds like he's talking about the sun.
You descend back toward the valley.
Descend back toward the valley. Swim, because you know the sun sets in a pool of murky water.
That's right. We knew that.
Shout out to Abdullah Karnain and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Don't be angry at me. Don't be angry at me, Muslims. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's true. You know, the homie knew what he was talking about the black seed oil, though. You know, we could throw it with him there.
Have you been taking it?
I've been rubbing it all over my face. I'm gonna stick Cleopatra up in here.
Yeah, so it just looks like he's talking about nature, and it's a brilliant way to talk about the sun, though. SubhanAllah.
Oh, yeah,
Swim
I
in the
agree.
black smoke that covers the stars. Fog, hide the reflections of your night. Venus, collect her tears. Air, born from the wind above the hills. It's just a beautiful way to talk about and discuss nature.
It's very poetic.
Yeah, we listen to Lord of Spirits in the ancient world. People didn't really make a distinction between the stars or heavenly bodies and actual people or angels. It was because they were bright at night, they would move around, and so Quran, it says that the stars are like pellets that Allah throws at the devil, because Allah has these plans. Like the huddle when you're in football, like you huddle and you're like, all right, you run here, you run here. So that's the idea, is like Allah's planning and the devil's trying to like listen, and then the angels take the stars and throw them at him. Like, get out of here, like rocks and stuff. Shout out to the devil. But yeah, it just looks like a celebration of nature itself, and looking at the beauty of the cosmos and just leaving it there. Lumina says, to me, this is about astral travel, moving away from the frailty of Earth to the bodies that lay elsewhere, but that's just me. I think all of us have to contend with this, man. Like,
yep.
To put it this way, if I ask the question this way, what is your empirical scientific evidence that demonstrates definitively that when physical death occurs, you totally and finally and completely lose consciousness, never to regain it again? There is no empirical data that can tell us that. So what you think happens after death is a faith claim on both sides, however you define it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. Because you cannot measure that in a lab, because the lab has physicalist presuppositions.
Exactly.
Right? And so like, you have to assume that presupposition is correct for any sort of logical construction to work. So if you're looking at the beauty of the universe, especially, it's fascinating to me. It's like, all of us, there's 26 letters in the alphabet, in the English alphabet. I don't know how many letters there are in the Italian alphabet, but I doubt it's more than 26 or whatever. None of us would take the lyrics that we just read and say that happened randomly. Mm-hmm. Now, could it happen randomly? Absolutely. If you take enough people with enough pens and enough papers, and you tell them, you give them, I don't know, 1 trillion years or whatever it is to write.
Can somebody help out my life?
To write this code, then great. Mm-hmm. That would be great. But that's not how it is. Right? Like, have you experienced that or no?
I got a little distracted by my life wanting to know where we were, and I want somebody to help him, so I actually missed that last two sentences.
21 letters, as hell says. Right, so exactly.
A little bit less.
So you got 21 letters. None of us would say, oh, they arranged those things randomly and then out popped this song. Mm-hmm. But the reality that inspired the writer, that we say it's possible that could have happened randomly.
Ridiculous.
But the art that got inspired from that craziness, no, that requires a thinking mind, even though there's only 21 letters. Right? Think about the kinds of variations that are in a DNA code and all the rest of it. To me, it's just, look, man, I know it's very popular for atheists or whatever to say, you just believe in God because it's, you need a crutch or whatever. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I think, to me, intelligence and consciousness is the best explanation for the poetry that we just read. Yeah. And it is the ultimate explanation for the reality that inspired the poetry in the first place. Mm-hmm. I just think it's crazy. Of course, the Croats have 30 letters, so hell wins. That's why hell always outsmarts me in our discussions. You have 4 more letters than me, damn it. Okay, go ahead.
I think the other thing too is that, like, the beauty that we see this a lot on this channel, the beauty that comes out of pain. If there is nothing outside of all of this, then pain would just be a natural process. And why would beauty come from it? you know.
Well, yeah. What did Dawkins, whoever he said, cold, pitiless indifference is the ultimate roommate. Or was it Bertrand Russell that only upon the scaffold of despair can you build yourself a reality in the world as it is. Shout out to Bertrand Russell, subhanAllah. He does not agree anymore with that statement. 4 letters equals 40 IQ points. Damn you, hell! All right, what do you give this song?
I actually like this one more than the other one. This one is 8.9 for me.
The language barrier got in the way because, like, if you look at the way they did the song, it's a really, really complex structure in English, like what he was doing. So I don't wish they would have done it in English. I actually wish I knew Italian. I wish I knew Italian because I guarantee you, like, it sounds even better with the cadence and the things like that. I'm going to give this a 9.4. Even though I couldn't speak Italian, it still was just a badass. I'm always very, I don't know if concerned, but I always want to focus. I always like to focus on, like, what's going on in the verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the riffage? What's the music like? What's the cadence happening in the verse? Because one of the things that happened in nu metal was, like, it was just, we didn't care about the verse. We didn't care what you were saying in the verse. All we cared about was the chorus that was singy and the breakdown in the middle that was heavy. So the verse I didn't care about. It wasn't until we started a channel where, like, you start listening to some classics like Black and, you know, Teen Spirit and things of that nature where, like, the verse is also just as good as the chorus in the middle. Like, you're not waiting through the verse to get to the chorus.
Facts.
So I always focus on that. So I'm a little bit pissed that I don't have, like, that part of it down because I can't speak Italian. 9.4 though.
There you have it. We'll be right back, you guys, with some Devin Townsend.
Devin Townsend! You horrible, horrible people!
Let's go.
Let's go, indeed! Shout out to the big homie Middle Earth. We're going to be back on the other side of the break, you losers, you winners, all that shit. Then out!
Sori out.
Gone!